Hail Chronos, father of the Olympians, you who defeated your father due to his evil, you who are Lord of Time, you who measure all of our lives just as much as the fates do. I pray to you and give you your due honor. Chronos, O God of Time, may people click that like, share, and subscribe button so the video gets seen across the vast expanse of the time you rule. Welcome to Mythology 104. Chronos, God of Time.
When you're lost in the forest, it's gonna be a long and bitter night. We'll get it right.
What up, bitches?
And no other choices this time around.
Mythology has struggled with defining Chronos, in part because there seems to be more than one Chronos. There's Chronos, the Greek god of time, also known as Aion, a primordial god and creator of the universe. And then there's the other god Cronus, who successfully led a rebellion against his father Uranus, freeing his other 11 siblings. To bridge the gap, I like what GreekMythology.com had to say on the matter.
Because his name was often confused with the Greek word for time, Chronos, Cronus was often depicted as Old Father Time, with whom conveniently he did share a few characteristics: mercilessness, a beard, and a scythe. In fact, in many cases, the two are visually indistinguishable.
They are visually indistinguishable because they are copies of the same thing, a Z-pinch, a Zeus, as I described in Mythology 101. In Latin, chrono means time, and so we're going to apply time to our context and see what appears, because when you begin digging into the character of Chronos in mythology, and in particular his name, you find out very quickly that time is the only key characteristic of the god that is original, regardless of the spelling.
Cue Mythology 101.
There are multiple octopi in the ocean, and there are multiple occurrences of Z in mythology. There's a story about an octopus, and there is a story about a Zeus. In this way, Zeus is both the same character in each tale, and actually a completely different manifestation each time of the same principal force, a Z.
We got Z's all over the place.
They all represent the same idea, which is a Z-pinch and a different time, with father being a designation of before. Chronos was the father of Zeus because both were Z-pinches, and Chronos was the Z-pinch of the time before Zeus. What the story is also saying is that one Z-pinch was the cause of the end of another. The Z-pinch is so fundamental to mythology that I started with it in this course for that very reason. The Z-pinch, which determines the direction of current, is the key to understanding every single story in Greek mythology. Sometimes Zeus is rebelling against his father, and sometimes he's saving Athena. Where do we find Chronos? We find him at the beginning of time.
Chronos was the primordial god of time. In the Orphic cosmogony, he emerged self-formed at the dawn of creation. Chronos was envisaged as an incorporeal god, serpentine in form with 3 heads, that of a man, a bull, and a lion. He and his consort, the serpentine goddess Ananke, inevitability, enveloped the primordial world egg in their coils and split it apart to form the ordered universe of the earth, sea, and sky. After this act of creation, the couple circled the cosmos, driving the rotation of heaven and the eternal passage of time.
A primordial god, and a triune god nonetheless, of 3 heads, a bull, a lion, and a man. If the universe is electric, then this is describing the emergence of the universe as a 3-phase electrical system: negative, positive, and neutral. And indeed, every Zeus after that point would also be a 3-phase structure of positive, negative, and neutral. In later stories, Chronos is spelled differently, but is still a Z-pinch. In that mythology, we find him married to Rhea. Rhea is without a question the slightly augmented version of Hera, which is to say they are the same character, but seem to have been given different names to differentiate them. Chronos is Zeus, and Rhea is Hera. In Mythology 102, we look at the idea that Hera was actually an aethera, or a feature of the ether. Using this methodology, Rhea then becomes Atreia. And believe it or not, there's actually a character in Greek mythology known as Aethra, with an E missing, but who has many of the same similar characteristics of Rhea. What we know is that if Hera is married to Zeus, and if Rhea is married to Cronus, then Rhea is Hera, and Hera is Rhea. And both are married to a Z-pinch. What actions did Cronus take? You might say there was a lot of like father, like son going on, because out of fear of a prophecy that his children would overthrow him, Cronus ate his children. And then Zeus survived, and Zeus overthrew Cronus, forcing him to throw up all the other siblings. In the same way, Zeus feared being overthrown by his children, and so mythology says that Zeus also ate his children until they overthrew him. And as you recall in the Athena story, we most certainly had a story about Zeus dying by his child. The Z-pinch does one thing. It dictates the direction of current. And for this single, immutable, and beautiful reason, it is king. Where the flow of that current goes is what makes Chronos the god of time. Chronos was king of the Titans. Zeus was king of the gods of Mount Olympus. It's a hierarchy. And with Chronos above, it's a hierarchy of time. Don't forget to leave me your thoughts in the comments down below. Click that like, share, and subscribe button. And peace.